Good morning, students. Noble International School has taken the initiative of conducting online learning classes. As we very well know that the lockdown is going on, so Noble International School has started the virtual classes because you are unable to come to the school, and we as a teacher we can't contact to you. So we have taken the initiative for conducting these classes. My name is Kunal Bose and I'll be taking your biology subject. First, now let's start with the chapter 1. The name of the chapter is tissue. First of all, we will start with the level of organization in the organism. Organisms whose entire body consists of a single cell are termed as unicellular organisms, and organisms whose body consists of many cells termed as multicellular organism. But let me tell you what is cell. Cell is the functional and structural unit of life. It is the basic unit of any organism. You can see what is the level of organization. First comes the cell, then they create a group and make the tissue. Group of tissue makes the organs, group of organ in create the organ system, and lastly organism. In the chart you can very well see the cell. First of all cell comes, then tissues, then organ system, and last organism. What is tissues? Tissue is a group of similar cells working together to do one job as a part of an organ. Both plants and animal tissues consist of various types of tissues. Example can be in animal tissue, heart muscles can be animal tissues, and xylem and phloem are example of plant tissues. In the chart, in this diagram, you can see what are plant tissues and what are animal tissues. Now let us discuss regarding plant tissue. What are plant tissues? Plant tissues are basically divided into two types based on their stages of development and their functions. What? Development and their functions, which are as follows: meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissues are made up of group of cells which divide continuously and very fast. The tissue is found in growing region of plants. What are the growing region of plants? Such as tips of roots, stems, and branches. What is the function of meristematic tissues? Their function is to make the plant grow. Now we will discuss the characteristics of meristematic tissues. What are the characteristics? The cells are small and usually cubical. What is cube? A small part in a room, we can say as an example, that is cubical. The meristematic tissues have these thin cell walls. There is no intercellular space between them, means they are closely tightly attached with each other. They have dense cytoplasm. Now what is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm make much of cell with in the cell membrane provides support to internal structure and maintain the shape of the cell. That for your understanding, because we know what is cytoplasm, but they have either many small vacuoles or no vacuoles. Now what is vacuole is? Vacuole, it is a fluid filled pocket in the cell cytoplasm. Means cell cytoplasm, there is a pocket in the cell cytoplasm that works as a storage bin. It is a works as a storage bin for everything from water to food and to waste products. Now the types of meristematic tissues. Apical meristem. This tissue is located at the tip of the roots and stem, and it is responsible for the increase in the length of plants. Next is intercalary meristem. They are located at the base of nodes where leaves attached. They are responsible for elongation or longitudinal growth, means height. Lateral meristem. This tissue is found along the lateral side of stem and roots. Where? Lateral side of stem and roots. And responsible for increase in circumference, means the width part, circumference. Now we will discuss the another type of tissue apart from meristem tissues, permanent tissues. They are composed of cells that have attained their definite form and size. They do not divide further. They are produced from meristem tissues. They may be living or dead and thin-walled or thick-walled. Both. They may be both. Thin-walled or thick-walled and may be living or dead. Thank you very much. In the next slide, we will discuss the types of permanent tissues, and first of all, in next, I'll give you the worksheets regarding on this lecture. Please go through this lecture and prepare the worksheets for that.